My phone's playing
Always a
sound.
bop. Always a bop.
Always. Oh, that's me. I'm the host this week. What up, guys? This is First Round Showdown. I did forget. This is First Round Showdown. What? It happens. It happens.
It does.
I'm sitting here waiting for one of you guys to start chatting. This is First Round Showdown, where we go through some of the toughest games from our childhood. Some games you may not have known or heard of, but they're always a good time. As always, I am this week's host, Griff J85. My co-hosts,
Freedom Gamer 38.
There you go.
Slow-mo.
At Slow Mo Gaming.
Slow-mo.
Slow-mo.
Slow motion.
This week's game, guys, Zelda Oracle of Seasons for the Game Boy Color. Some of us did not have a good time with this game, apparently. Spoiler alert. Wonder who that was.
No clue.
2 seconds. Let me pull this up here. We'll read a short description. I forgot to pull this up earlier. I do apologize.
Wonder who that could be.
Only one way to find out.
Okay. Well, never mind.
I feel like
Just tells you about the gameplay. That makes sense.
It could be anyone. You're right.
It could be anyone. So, CJ in the house. What up? Slow-mo told me how much this is S tier. I already think it's S tier as well.
We're gonna find out.
His only ask is that it had more cutscenes.
Oh, for sure.
Gotta love those cutscenes.
I did like the cutscenes.
I'm so glad you enjoyed it. It makes me very happy.
He's in love with it. I know. I can tell.
I love that you all loved the game. I really do.
Nah, I don't think he skipped these.
You
They're
can't
short
skip 'em.
anyways.
You have to read the things, or you're going to be lost forever.
Yep.
I made that mistake. I had to restart
Oh damn.
so I could go back and talk to people to figure out where I was going.
Did you or did you not also start Ages
I did.
before you started
I-
this one?
I started Oracle of Ages, and then I was like, "Wait a second, this is wrong." Because I saw somebody else playing it, and I was like, "That's not what I saw." And I was like, "Oh, that's probably
CJ
why."
bringing the hot takes here. That's a discussion for another day. You guys think Zelda qualifies as an RPG?
I do. It feels very
You do?
RPG-ish to me.
I do.
I think
got,
I think it falls into that action RPG where it's like very strongly RPG elements, but it's not technically an RPG.
Yeah.
I definitely feel the RPG elements are definitely there.
Yep. Ooh, my brother is in the house. What is going on
Yes.
there, Mikey? Thanks for stopping in there, buddy.
What up? Thanks for stopping in, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button.
Yes.
Helps us grow, get out there.
We
We've got 11
watching
people
and
in
5
here
likes.
and only 5 likes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get on it, Mikey.
Get on it. Get after it.
I'm just kidding.
My-
I love Mikey. Like
My people.
I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna wait. It's not even going up one time. Terrible people.
It went up 1. There's 6.
I see 5.
That was me.
Oh, Griff didn't even like it. Nice.
Our buddy Ryan is here.
Oh, we're up to 8
What?
now. Good job, guys.
Oh, we're getting there. There we go.
Smashing.
Oh.
Growth.
So, Slow-mo, you want to
All
talk
is
about
in
how
there?
much you love this game? Show us some gameplay.
Please throw the video up.
Okay.
I went
Here we
ahead and
go.
I started this video with a highlight. I love Ricky. Ricky's my favorite thing in this game. I actually liked all the little things the little companions. I wish there were more. I killed him. I didn't mean to, but Ricky was great. Now I'm gonna tear this game apart. First of all, this button on the floor can just get
Dude, it
lost.
got all of us.
It can
It
get
got
lost.
all of us. It got all of us.
I tried this for like 45 minutes. I was like, maybe it's just like a pixel perfect jump. It wasn't. It was. It wasn't though. You know. This is where I left off. This is how far I made it into the game. I did not beat this one. mostly due to time constraints. Also because I just did not enjoy my time playing this game at all. And I can see the appeal to other people. But it does not one bit. I don't like the fact that I have to switch all my items out every 14 seconds to do something. I don't like that I have to read those cutscenes to figure out where I'm supposed to go. They can just show me on the map. Especially after I talk to somebody, they should just mark it on the map.
You mean like what
To the past does.
Beyond Oasis did? It showed you a little
Exactly.
flag. Yes.
Exactly. I would love that.
Just give him a flag.
The map on Beyond Oasis was useless.
Not at all.
I love the map
It
on
really
Beyond
was
Oasis.
though.
I don't like the only part of this. I did like the platforming elements on this game when I would go underground and have to do a platforming scene. That was pretty cool. If the whole game was like that, I probably would have liked it a lot more.
I will say that in future games, they do mark on the map where you're supposed to be going.
Yeah. I didn't. I think they do on Link to the Past, right?
Yeah.
See, and it just didn't make any sense to me. And then the boss fights weren't as fun as the boss fights in other games that we've done. I hate some of the hitboxes on some of these things. Like, there's so much about this game that I did not enjoy, and it's not just this one; it's all Zelda games. And everyone who knows me knows that from day one I've said I didn't like Zelda, so it's no surprise. It shouldn't be any surprise that I did not like this game.
It's so weird that you don't like Zelda.
And I get it, but it's so weird to me that you don't like Donkey Kong.
Ricky,
like I see why other people love it.
For sure.
It's just not my type of game at all. Which is weird because I love Goof Troop and it's kind of the same style of game, but whatever.
It's such a good game though. Goof Troop is an amazing game.
Right.
Wow, if you haven't played Goof Troop, I do highly recommend. It's another Capcom title, isn't it?
I have not.
It's not that I like hand holding in games. It's just that I don't want to play a game with cutscenes that I have to watch to know what I'm doing.
I mean, that's kind of what you just said, though.
I mean, I just don't like cutscenes.
Don't like the OG Zelda game? Goof Troop is good. I want to get somebody. I know Slomo, I've been talking to you about it. We need to actually do that.
Let's parsec Goof Troop. I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down for some Goof Troop co-op.
Shout out to Parsec, not sponsored, but that's if you're a retro gamer, you need to check into that because co-op across the retro consoles, man, it's amazing.
The fact that they haven't put Goof Troop on the Switch for the SNES Online should be like against the Geneva Convention.
So it's a Super Nintendo game?
It is. Yeah. Okay. It's so good. Such a good co-op game.
I don't really recommend playing it like solo.
It's still fun.
I didn't put it to the list. No, I don't enjoy it
as
much. Solo.
It does work better co-op because the different people have different capabilities and they do come in handy.
Never seen Goof Troop talked up? Yeah, man, try it. That's the point of this whole show. We introduce people to games that maybe were told that the game was bad, and that's why they didn't play it. It was initially one of the main goals of the channel as well.
Mm-hmm. And see how things go.
Goof Troop and Resident Evil, basically the same game.
Oh,
we go back to this. Every game is Resident Evil.
As a matter of fact, I have Goof Troop right here. Right here.
Nice.
Always ready to go.
Is that a Capcom game?
It is a Capcom game, yeah.
Yeah.
Capcom did a lot of Disney stuff for Nintendo. Lots of it.
Suggest that also DMC.
When I postured, or when I would play DMC, I somehow related it to Resident Evil. So then every game became Resident Evil.
Nice. Well, you can go ahead and roll mine if you'd like, and we can get on after it.
Before Goof Troop is like DMC, it's a Capcom, so it's confirmed. Yeah, there it is.
Nice, called it.
Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead and get into yours.
I enjoyed the game, as Slomo was saying. I enjoyed the game. I was afraid of a little bit of a time restraint, but I was able to squeeze it in and beat it 3 hours. What was that? 3 hours ago, 4 hours ago. Finally finish out the last one. I like the fact that some of the bosses were kind of paid homage to the original one that I had played and beat back in the day on the original NES. I thought that was pretty cool. I liked all the characters. It was very bright. The map was a little weird getting used to it first, but I thought it was pretty well thrown together. Soundtrack was great. You guys already know. Anytime we talk about any games, the soundtrack is really big for me in a lot of games. And I felt that they all came together very well. Hitboxes I didn't really have too much of a problem with. And I feel like some of the dungeons were a little tedious, but there were certain ones that, most of them seemed like not really a breeze, but I feel like they were thrown together really well. Just like Slow-Mo said, I didn't like the fact that for certain dungeons, you pretty much had to switch weapons like every 15-20 seconds, depending on what room you're at. The story was pretty great. A lot of small side mission stuff, like when you try to get the noble sword that you have there. Griffey actually told me that if you already know the sequence at the end to pretty much just get the noble sword, you don't really have to go through the trading sequence that they have. You have to trade like 12 different items. Overall, I feel like the game was very well put together, so I'm excited to try Ages if we put it on the list, or maybe just play it myself at some point. And I felt like all the boss battles were pretty straightforward, pretty great, outside of the box thinking. So overall, I think it was a pretty great game. Absolutely, and I did finish it. One thing, Griff, I actually felt like this reminded me of Mega Man X. This final battle with the hands. That's the first.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I thought of was when you pretty much walked me through and helped me do Mega Man X for the first time. That's the very first thing that it popped in my head. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I could tell from the way his hands were that. I mean, even if I didn't already know,
yeah,
I would have been like, "Hey," because
Yeah.
I have that experience with Mega Man as well.
So yeah, that was pretty sweet, pretty great all the way around. I really enjoyed it, and I had played some Zelda games back in the day. The last mainstream Zelda game I had played was Wind Waker. I hadn't played anything past that, so I had forgotten how amazing the whole franchise was and the kind of RPG aspects that it had. But I really enjoyed it all the way around. I definitely recommend it.
For
And it was
sure.
great. It was great for for being a handheld game. It's definitely. I know we kind of try to break things down when it comes to rating system, but as a handheld game, it felt like it was an actual full game. Nowadays, depending on the game, it feels like it's just something small. I really feel like there was a lot put into this game, at least.
Yeah. Great sprite work for a GBC title. For sure.
Absolutely. Lucifer battle with the hands and knees.
My video is not wanting to load. But speaking of the cutscenes, that's actually one of the things that I enjoyed the most. Not only did we have like great cutscenes like this, but then we also had like end game cutscenes as well. Like Shadley was saying, just really great sprite work for a Game Boy Color title. The game really does feel like a lot of passion went into it, and I could feel that. It's actually a co-production with Capcom as well, so this is also Resident Evil. Took you 16 hours to 100%. I'm not sure how much time it took. I know I died a lot as well.
It's also Devil May Cry. I just want to say that.
Yeah, it's also Devil May Cry.
I also noticed that one of a couple of things that I noticed was they took some sprites and enemies from some Mario games. I know it's all Nintendo, but like the fish was from Mario. There was one or two other things that I noticed that were direct taken directly. Oh, the fire, the lava sprites that came out of the lava. I thought that was pretty much pretty sweet.
I did also notice the cheaps.
Yeah.
Right in there.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
look
go.
at that. Mario fish.
Completely unplanned, you guys, and you just linked into my video. But I also really like the platforming scenes that are like this, which is odd because neither one of us likes Mario.
If they did a Zelda platformer like this, I would play it probably.
I'm convinced that these games are why they added Zelda to Mario Maker. There are Goombas, not in this one. There are Goombas in Link's Awakening. Let's see. I like you were saying some of the hit bosses, man, were terrible. Get this.
Ooh, what?
Yep.
That
Got that piece of heart left.
So this is actually not the original time that I beat him. The first time that I beat him, walked right through it. Super easy. Happy Monday, Hokey. How you doing? But this actually filmed this today. You notice I'm wearing the same shirt. Filmed this today, and it took me, I don't know, like an hour to beat this guy. So I just kept making dumb mistakes on him.
don't let him lie to you. He did that 3 days ago, and he hasn't changed his shirt.
No.
Welcome in, Hokey. Great to see you there, sweetie.
No, but for whatever reason, he was super hard this time. The struggle was definitely real. There was some cuss words thrown in there.
You are not given any favors by the RNGesus.
No, RNGesus did not bless me.
That's kind of different. I noticed that some of the colors are a little different for yours.
Yeah.
That's weird. Is that the
that
Switch?
might be because I'm playing the Switch version.
Okay.
It's the same game. The only difference is you can play Seasons and Ages on the same console and link them that way.
Gotcha. Yeah, when you beat the game, when I beat it and I got through the credits, it gave me this little password thing to write down to link the ages. So,
which is a fantastic idea. I love that it's not just one game; it's both games.
Yeah,
and they do.
Uh-oh.
It affects. Oh, we lost Slomo. He'll be back. Hokey, it has been a fantastic day. Hopefully, you had a great Monday as well. I had one more video. And it was actually a teaser.
Slomo said nope. Oh, I saw that at the end.
And if you played Ocarina of Time, you know exactly who this is, and you know exactly what that means.
It's been so long.
I would never leave before the wheel.
Yeah, it's been forever since I played and beat Ocarina of Time, so I didn't pick up on any of that. I don't know what that meant.
So in Ocarina of Time, one of the enemies of Link is Twin Rova. It's two Gerudo, and they fuse to become one, and she shoots fireballs at you constantly, and that's...
Gotcha.
Some ways and heals. That's who they are.
Okay.
You can tell they were going to make it 3 games. Yeah, I definitely think so. You can actually see the third Oracle if you go in the Maku tree and talk to her up there. Dineru and Furore. It would have been awesome. I still would love to see that third game.
You never know.
Actually, I would love to see a new game from Capcom and Nintendo, like a new Zelda 2D title for the Switch.
I don't think I'd like
that. Probably not.
Have you guys linked between ones for the 3DS? One of my favorites.
Yes, I have.
I have not, and I won't.
I don't think I've played that. I have the 3DS, but I don't think I've played that one.
He can turn himself into a painting on the wall when he moves around that way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so some of the puzzles involve you actually turning into a painting and maneuvering around the wall. And yeah, it's a good time. It really is a good game.
Is that a 3D title or is that like a not really 3D, but like
yeah, it's like the 2.5.
Gotcha.
Between Worlds was fantastic. Yeah, it's a good game, man. It looks really good for a 3DS title. If it was a Switch title, I would say no.
Slow-mo, if you had a little bit more time and your schedule was a little bit better, do you think you might have maybe enjoyed it a little bit more if you didn't feel a little bit more pressure into trying to squeeze something in?
Well, I think he's having technical issues.
You might be.
Yeah, he definitely is.
No.
We couldn't
Hello?
hear you.
Can
for
you
a
all not
split
hear me at
second,
all?
Yeah.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, your
Okay.
cam went off.
No, I don't think.
Oh, no, there it is again.
Oh, I don't think I would have enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
yeah. It keeps
Maybe
going in and
maybe
out.
leave and come back.
Played it. No, I probably would have beaten it.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on with him. I do apologize. You gotta conceal my Pokemans. I've tried moving my camera. I just anytime I mess with the focusing, it messes everything up.
Yeah. Can't wait to see what the next game's going to be, though.
On the wheel?
I think everybody's going to be excited for that. I'm going to try to squeeze something in this week, whatever the game is, because, like I said, me and the girl, we're going to be going to North Carolina, leaving Friday and staying the whole weekend. So I'm going to have to try to squeeze in some gameplay for the next game.
There he is.
Is that better? Can you hear me now?
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, great. But no, like I was saying, I don't think I would have enjoyed it more. I think I would have beaten it probably, but would have made it more fun.
Right. Yeah, because I know you're pretty much with what's going on with what was going on with the schedule of your job. You're kind of time crunching it in.
Yeah, I sure was, but it is what it is. You win some, you lose some, and I lost one this week. That's okay.
That is okay. At least you tried. Give it a shot. Should we rate it? Finally put it up on the ratings.
That's what I'm setting up right now. I do apologize. I know I got this going early, but everything that was in between kind of got abandoned because I was having issues with the water. Where all of it's gone.
Uh-oh. We're having technical difficulties all across the board
Oh,
today.
yeah. What
Has anybody in the chat tried playing this game this week alongside us?
All right. You can see here's where we stand every week. We do these judgings and we place them where
we see fit.
Mm-hmm.
Where we see fit. What you thinking, Slow-mo?
I personally don't feel like I should participate in this one. Just because, I do see the appeal of it, and just because it's like not my taste doesn't mean I should give it a bad rating. Because I would feel bad giving the rating that I feel, because I would give it an F, or maybe a high F, low D. And like I know that so many people love Zelda, and I feel like me personally judging it is I'm not saying my opinion doesn't matter, but I don't feel like it should reflect on this. because my my experience comes from a lifelong hatred of Zelda games, not from
But if you were
this
to
particular
give it
game.
an unbiased opinion,
If I was like, but I see, like, you can't give it an unbiased opinion really, because like everything is going to be based off of how you feel about the game. If you like the graphics, if you like the sprite work, if you like the controls, if you like all that stuff, and I don't like any of it. To me, it's not a fun game.
So would you say it's
I would give it
a D?
like I wouldn't give it an F because I don't think it's the worst game I've ever played, or even amongst the ranks of the worst games I've ever played. But I would definitely give it a D, and I don't think that should be reflected in this. I really don't, especially because I didn't even beat it. Like if I played it all the way through, and
How many
then I was like,
dungeons did you actually get through?
I was on the 4th dungeon.
Okay.
you made it through the hardest one.
The 3rd one,
The third one
Mhm.
was crap, dude.
honestly, that moth fight was my favorite boss fight that I played.
Oh yeah, the bosses were easy compared to some of these dungeons.
Just
That
the
moth,
dungeon in general.
that moth did
Yeah.
keep knocking me off though. But
I would say
I don't
that's
know.
the only thing that I really don't like about this game is the repetitiveness of the dungeons. A lot of them you have to circle through the same area a couple different times.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something that I would hold against it. Granted, it is a Game Boy Color game. There's only so much space on the cart.
The backtracking is rough.
It
Absolutely, they're
was,
chaos.
and Griff lied to me.
What?
He lied to me
How did he lie to you?
because I was following that little ribbon girl around, and she kept running from me. And I said, "Oh, I hate stealth and backtracking." And Griff's like, "There's only one instant of stealth." And then I had to follow those little Ewoks around too.
This is Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons, Mike, for the Game Boy Color.
So Griff told me there was
Yes,
only
sir.
one instance of me having to stalk somebody, and there were 2. And I only made
Okay,
half
I
of the game.
forgot. Okay, do you know how long it's been since I played this game? It's been a couple of years at this point.
He lied to me. That's okay. I forget.
And you had
Not
to do
intentionally.
stealth. And you had to do stealth when those 2 what's it called were trying to hide their treasure, and you had to get your
Mhm.
feather back.
Yeah, they took my feather. I had to ring around that tree.
A couple times.
Wow.
Hated
Whatever.
It. Hated it.
So,
And the backtracking just sucks. You had to go from one side to the other side to the other side to the other side.
I know it's a Game Boy Color game, but like I said, I was really enjoying this one. I would definitely give it an A. Like I said, the soundtrack was pretty great. Not overbearing. Gameplay was pretty good. Some of the dungeons were a little tedious, but that also goes with planning and all that. The only gripe, like I said, I have is just the fact you almost, depending on the situation, you almost had to swap weapons like every 15, 20 seconds, depending on what ring we're at. But ultimately, overall, I really enjoyed the game, and I feel like for being a handheld game, I feel like it should be an A. Or around an A.
I can agree with that. Again, though, the menu, the Game Boy, you only had 2 buttons that you could use
Oh, yeah.
actively.
Which
But I do feel like
it did really well with the power that it had. So
yeah, it was still a great game. Like I said, the graphics on the cutscenes, amazing. Like the colors were super vibrant. Let's see if we can pull that back up. Super vibrant colors, man.
yep.
And the fact that they did this on what is it, 16?
16-bit.
Yeah, 16 bits. It looks really good.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that's super important for these old games because if they don't look good, they don't sound good, you're not going to want to play it.
I also want to state that a while back during one of the episodes, I said I hated puzzle games. And this definitely feels like just a series of puzzles. And that could be part of why I just don't have any interest in playing these games.
See, that's one of the things I like about the Zelda games is that they're puzzles.
I just want all action all the time. I don't want to push around statues.
And that's why I like Undermountain. They really pushed the limit of the GBC. Most games just did basic color pay. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the game looked good for the most part. It just I didn't. It just wasn't.
Soundtrack on this one is awesome for sure.
Yep.
So what's the overall rating of the game? Did y'all throw it an A?
I haven't given my opinion yet.
Oh, I just knew it disappeared. I thought I missed it.
I actually think this game is A as well. Just for the stuff that we mentioned, the only thing stopping it from getting an S is it's not necessarily the game, but limitations of the game and the console that it's on to some degree. So I think it's an A as well.
So if we average it out, what are we going to be putting it at?
I want you all to put it at an A.
Okay.
But your opinion matters.
I mean, I know my
It does
opinion
matter.
matters, but also like I don't feel like my opinion of it, like a series that I am known to hate, that we're supposed to be giving an honest rating on, is gonna be knocked down because I hate it. Like it's not just this game; it's like the whole series, and so going into it, I had a bad taste in my mouth already. So like, I don't think it's fair for my judgment on this one. Like any other game, I'll judge the heck out of it, but this one,
I agree with
I would.
Chaos.
Yeah, he gives it a B, even considering your opinion. And I knew that you didn't like Zelda games when I picked it,
Yeah.
but I thought you would at least give it the old college try.
And I did, but my week was stupid.
With his limitations, absolutely. He had a rough
I
week.
I pretty much lost at least a whole day of playing.
I mean, I'm happy that you at least made it even to the fourth dungeon or past the fourth dungeon. I mean, that's halfway right there. So at least you tried that.
Yeah. If I had time that other day that I missed, I would have been able to probably beat it today. But
we also had a challenge. Sorry, go ahead.
When I knew like today, I knew I wasn't going to be able to beat it, and I even texted Griff this morning. I was like, "Dude, there's no way." I probably could have made it to like the 6th or 7th dungeon today, but when I knew there was no chance that I was going to beat it, I didn't even try anymore.
All right, that's understandable.
I know that we.
Go ahead, Griff.
Sorry, I know we had a challenge to beat Seasons and Ages. Neither one of us did that for time reasons. I was busy playing Final Fantasy IX, as well as Mega Man X, and Slow-Mo was working. So
I barely even played Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. So how many dungeons are in this title? So there's 8 that have an essence. There's the Hero's Cave,
which is where you get the first sword, right?
Yeah.
That's not even a dungeon. It's like what, 4 or 5 screens?
But there is another area of it. And then you have like a slight puzzle to get to Onyx.
Yeah, that's
so I would say 10.
Probably 10.
Yeah. Call it 10, 9.5, 10. When you link it with Ages, you get access to another dungeon. And there's an extra boss fight as well.
Oh, that's cool.
I also, again, bringing up Onyx, I feel like in between his first 2 phases and his third, he should have had a fairy or a couple of hearts or something that spawned in to heal you a little bit.
A little bit.
That's a long fight.
I noticed.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I noticed when I was fighting, it took me about 6 or 7 tries to finally beat the final boss, within all 3 phases. But I found that sticking to the sides of him, you didn't have to worry about, obviously, his flail or whatever the hell he's throwing around, his whatever it is. But sticking to the sides made it a lot easier with getting the hits off.
I know this is random, but that flying bear, I don't remember his name. I loved him
Mookie.
until I had to go
Like
get that
Moosh or something.
Mushi or
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know. Until I had to go get that dragon key. I loved him. Then I had to go around all those rocks, and every time I even came close to the wall, he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna die now."
Yeah.
It was dumb.
There are 3 animal companions: Dimitri, Ricky, and Mushi.
Dimitri.
They're all. Yeah. But he lets you swim
Dimitri is
earlier.
he's basically
The Dongo.
Yeah. That's cool.
I hope moving forward that you get those in future iterations, and to at least some degree.
It's easier to see him from the side than the bottom or the top. It is.
How cool would it be? Tears of the Kingdom, riding around Ricky's pouch, punching things.
Punching people.
I would buy the game for that.
Ricky's the real hero of the Triforce.
If they made a whole Ricky like beat 'em up game,
It'd be like Rue from Streets of Rage.
I was going to say Rue from Streets of Rage, and I think they had a dinosaur / kangaroo boxer on Tekken as well, which is practically the same thing. Yeah,
they can make it in the style of like Zombies Ate My Neighbors. You just run around and punch things.
Like the asymmetric, yeah. Utility of a great Zelda game in your pocket. Such a major value. Gotta be at least an A or a B.
Yeah, I'm thinking A.
I mean, if you all want my opinion in there, give it a B. If you don't really care because I'm completely biased on this, give it an A. I won't be mad either way.
Yeah, I'm cool with either one. Technically, all 3 of our opinions count. So,
if I'm looking at it this aspect, I would rather play Metal Gear Solid, Donkey Kong Country 2. I would rather play any of those games more than I would play the Zelda.
Ain't no way. Would you rather play Chakan than this?
I actually said that during my during one of my.
I said I would rather play Chakan.
I said I would rather play Chakan than play this.
Man,
Nova was there, and she kept saying, "No, you wouldn't." Yes, I would have.
That's tough.
You sound like a hater right now.
And that's fine.
Slow-mo wants a Ricky game. Yes,
but like I'm notoriously
A for story and soundtrack alone.
I'm notorious.
We have to average though.
An extremely niche gamer, so it's that's my fault.
Boo this man.
It's cool.
Chakan, I tried it. That is a rough start. It is.
Oh yeah,
we had our hand in that.
But I just feel like once you get a hang of
terrible time for everybody.
It would still be hard, but I feel like it would be easier to get the hang of. And for me, I mean, that's fine.
Just for slow-mo.
It's cool.
Slow-mo just hates to have a good time.
Everyone has known me from the very beginning has known that I very vocal about my hatred for Zelda and Mario.
Well, you're going to hate it when we have to play Ages.
I mean, and I'll give it another try, but hopefully my work week doesn't screw up and then I can have all the time that I normally have to play a game.
There you go.
Or maybe I'll buy it and take it to work and play it at work. If my boss is watching, I won't. If my boss isn't watching, I might.
Jeez, we all have our hot takes. No. Don't encourage that. Don't encourage the active hate of Legend of Zelda.
I just want to go on the record and say I've never taken video games to work and played them at work. So
I used to take this game to work and I would play it on my breaks.
Do you play games on your phone though?
No. I don't have any games on my phone. For real.
Do you make Discord calls while you're at work on your phone?
No.
That's not a video game though.
I know.
Now Griff's just trying to get me fired from my job.
No, I'm not.
Like your boss is listening.
I'm just kidding if your boss is listening.
So are we going to spin the wheel?
Yep.
And then discuss it. Have maybe a Q&A session.
We can spin the wheel. I'm ready for it. We already replaced Griff's game last week with Shinobi 3. Or not Shinobi 3. What am I thinking? Shining Force. I saw Shinobi 3 as the first game that popped into my
Also, you pointed out these pictures at the bottom. Some of them were just because they were available pictures. Like you said, they weren't on the list. Some of them are just random pictures to fill a slot because I had to for the list.
Oh yeah, I didn't add fan vote to the wheel. Let's do that now.
Add fan vote, yes.
Also, you need to share your window.
I already did. Oh no, I didn't because I had to leave and come back.
Phone gaming died for me years ago. I really don't even want a phone at this point. Shadowlil.
Okay.
Gas has told me some of his ideas. They're all right. They're pretty good.
We have a spin. We're ready. All right.
Here we
Shuffle,
go.
shuffle. All the shuffles. If it lands on fan vote very first try, I'm gonna be mad, kind of. But not really.
Oh, come on!
No.
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row of me
Nice.
hating my life.
Oh, God.
Is that an RPG?
It is.
Oh, it's even worse for slow-mo.
You see how much
What?
how quick I removed that game? I removed it right from the list. It's gone.
Let's see here. So this is there we go.
Well, I don't know about this one.
Even worse, it's a tactical game.
I'm okay with tactical games, but just looked it up. For playtime, main story can take up to 24 hours.
Oof.
Ah, Joker.
I'm definitely not beating this one.
I mean, I'll play as much as I can, but like I said, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is going to be out for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give it the college try though. I mean, I'm definitely
let's
looking forward
spin
to
it
it.
again. We'll save this for another time because it's a long game. I want everybody to take their. It's my favorite Genesis title.
So you don't want
You
to?
sure?
I want to. Yeah.
Okay.
I want everybody to give it a fair shot.
I appreciate it, just so I don't have 2 weeks in a row of me hating playing video games.
Yeah.
All right. Let me shuffle a whole bunch of times again. And then we go. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Eesh.
Nice.
Is it though?
I'm back to being happy.
Are you sure about that?
Like I'm back to
I'm
being
happy. Yeah. I like that game.
Have you beat it yet?
I haven't.
Chaos says finally a freedom game. They got spun.
I've gotten to Freddy's house.
Oh, Freddy. Oh, okay. Or Nancy's house or whatever.
Somebody's house. I got to a house. The last house, I think.
It's a deep winter title. To be fair, while it is an RPG, it is a pretty cool RPG. Oh yeah, Shadowly. I'm definitely looking forward to Shining Force when if I was to have a full week available. So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
I'm fine with playing it. I just
And here's some playthrough of Nightmare on Elm Street if you haven't seen it.
This game's really fun for me.
Definitely enjoy it.
Freeman's gonna beat this in 30 minutes, though.
You get not 30 minutes.
He's gonna have the video done tonight.
You get three continues, I believe, with 6 lives each continue, and on top of that, each house that you complete when you get a key, each time that you pick up a key, it gives you an extra life. So you have a total of 15, 16, 17, 18, about 20 lives.
Punching snakes and bats. Yeah.
Almost had
Yeah.
Mystical. I can't wait for Mystical Ninja. It always
I'm
looks fun when
excited for
Slow-Mo plays.
I'm excited for Mystical Ninja too.
That says she approves. Time to punch some snakes
Right.
and get spermied on. There's
Coming out
definitely
of the,
some questionable looking enemies in that game.
coming out of the water. Little fish tails.
Spermy cells.
Yep.
Yes.
Snake.
I'm ready to play that right now.
What, Metal Gear?
He's so excited. He's so excited for Nightmare on Elm Street.
I am.
It's like I'm
I
happy.
purposely haven't played that game since the start of this podcast, just because I knew it was on the wheel.
Do you have an idea of what you want to?
Replace it with?
Yeah.
Nope. Can't think of anything at the moment.
Okay. Well, I mean, you got time.
Mm-hmm. That's some good stuff. So is anybody else going to try to play this game throughout the week in the comment section?
I
If
challenge
you
Rick.
guys would like to. Challenge
what?
Ricky, challenge Chaos, some Shadaloo. Nova might even be able to play it. That would be a pass for me. Ha.
Rick hates the NES.
Oh, really?
He does.
I gotta say, I'm not really a fan of it either.
Is there certain
I'm not
things
a-
that you don't like about it, or?
I don't think the NES is like the greatest console ever, but there are some games for it that I really enjoy.
Yeah.
And a lot of those games you probably all have never even heard of. So
How about that Super Mario Bros. 3?
Super Mario Bros. 3, no.
Yeah,
do
there's
hate
only
the
like a handful of
NES.
games that are good. Yeah. Fuck Your Hair is really good.
That's
The
on the
Sims
list,
Convention would
isn't
love
it?
to hear that.
Is it though?
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
Is it though?
It is.
So how
The
close?
hugeness
How
by itself.
is that like a side-scrolling platformer, or is it like the arcade game where it's basically like a beat 'em up, shoot 'em up?
It's kind of like an arcade platformer.
Okay.
You get different weapons that you can use. Some slight puzzle elements, but nothing like Zelda.
Not a huge NES fan myself. There are a
Right.
few titles that catch my attention. Yeah.
That's pretty much how I feel about it. Pretty much
Some of my-
Final Fantasy.
Some of my favorite NES games are games that people never play.
Such
Yeah.
as?
Like I've seen Freedom actually play it once. Was Air Fortress.
Oh yeah.
I love Air Fortress.
Air Force
never
is
even heard of it.
pretty great.
That game I sent you, Cybernoid.
Yeah.
Such a fun game. Low G Man. Love that game. I'm
I've
sure
heard
you've
of
seen
all
me
those.
play it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of
don't know
people
if I've
don't ever
played them.
play them. Like you never see anybody like. You never see.
I
anybody talk
I
about
don't
them
have a
play
whole
them.
lot of NES experience myself.
Yeah.
And then there's games like
Super Nintendo, Genesis.
Monster in My Pocket.
Yeah. That's a really great one too.
There's a few high quality games for the NES. Metroid. Deal with Mega Man games are not quality games. They are. There's terrible programming. They're super buggy.
Kirby Adventure is really good for the NES. Probably one of
Is
the
it though?
best. It is, and it's probably one of
Is
the
it
best
though?
looking NES games. In my
Tecmo
opinion.
Bowl. Bo Jackson is not allowed.
Yeah. Like Mega Man 2 and Mega Man 3. I don't know. I mean, I constantly go back to trying them, but it's just like the movement is very weird for me. You know, you get that
Can't dash.
slide
That's a
eventually.
sin.
Well, I mean, I'm fine with not dashing, but the slide, but it's also like literally some of the jumps are absolutely insane. You know, they're like pinpoint jumps, and it's like, dude, I'm not gonna be able to do that.
Because Superstars and Kirby Adventure are not even remotely close to being the same game.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why even play Kirby at all?
He doesn't like Kirby.
Like Superstars is like not even anywhere near close to Kirby Adventure. Like, and so
They're still for
Superstars
fun.
isn't even that good.
Like the idea of taking powers. Yeah, that's cool.
You gotta try the Mega Man X. That's the best Mega Man.
Mega Man 2 is Crisco feet, always slipping. The worst part is jumping with Mega
Yeah.
Man in
Yeah.
those games. He
It's
does
very,
not jump
very
far.
precise. You
Gotta
gotta be
be.
very precise with the jumps.
Yeah. I do like the old Mega Man games though.
I appreciate them for what they are, but
He likes
better
that they
off not
led to
playing them.
X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've only beaten a couple of them.
I thought about a game to put on the list.
What
Yeah.
game?
It is going to be Flashback for the Sega Genesis.
Never even heard of it.
Let's Google it.
Something you had to grow up with,
Maybe.
I guess. Maybe. Yeah.
I can play them on the Genesis versions of the Wily Wars, but
Oh, I
better
forgot
off
about
not-
that.
not
Yeah.
playing them. You like it for Rush? I know in 7 he combined with Rush and had like this ultimate armor that was pretty cool. Flashback.
There's a game on the Super Nintendo I think I had talked about a couple times called Blackthorn. It's kind of got the same type of gameplay. I
Yeah.
was thinking about putting that on there, but I don't really know too much about it. So
All I know is it's a Blizzard title. Very expensive.
Blackthorn is or Flashback.
Blackthorn.
Yeah.
See what the
Yep. Put up some gameplay footage.
I'm actually looking it up right now on my. Kind of like from the clip that they used for the thumbnail, it looks like a Pitfall game.
But it's not as free. It's not as free moving as Pitfall.
No, it's
Like
very.
You have to make kind of pinpoint accurate jumps, and there's a button to like kind of hold onto ledges, and you pull yourself up and drop down, and
That looks fun though.
it takes a little bit in getting used to, but I mean, I've never beaten it. I've played it, but it's a great game, so I've never beaten it myself either.
The original Castlevania for NES is pretty fun too. That's on the list of games to add to the list. Do you guys have a list of games to add to the list?
Me?
Both of you.
No. I just throw things.
Pretty much just kind of we already got our 10 each, yeah.
Something that we did forget to mention, guys, the price charting for just the loose cart of Oracle of Seasons has it at $45.42. You have a complete $194.73.
There you go.
And if you have it brand new, it's $426.
And I would not pay that.
No, I wouldn't pay that for this either. Fortunately, I still have my copies.
And now that I'm looking at some stuff on the list, I can't wait until we get to Power Blade 2. You only seen me play. I've only played the first level and a little bit of the second level. I don't know how many levels there are, but it seems like it's going to only get better and better.
You know, game I'm not looking forward to.
What?
Demon's
Shining
Crest.
Force.
Oh, Demon Crest.
I
That's
love that
actually
game.
a fun game. It
is
hard.
fun. It's hard and it's long. And
that's what she said.
Don't clip that, you know.
Don't clip that and tag our channel in it at all.
Predictions for Griffin Slow-Mo on beating Freddy. I have no doubt that I'll beat this game probably tomorrow.
I wouldn't say tomorrow for me, but I'll definitely beat it. I've gotten to What is the place where you were struggling with those pits, Freedom?
The junkyard.
The junkyard. So I don't have a problem with the junkyard. I don't have a problem with the graveyard. I do know Nancy's house has a couple pits.
Looks
But
kind of
then-
like a cave.
Oh, that's the final level. That's
Oh well, this is the final level.
where all those like flying skeleton bats or whatever kept going back
Yeah.
and forth. Yeah, that's literally just before the boss rush. Like after you get all those bones in that spot, you go into the fire pit, and which is the basement, and you go through a boss rush, and then fight Freddy at the end. So
Yeah, we
you were
pretty much
literally like
all-
95% of the way through the game.
Yeah, we pretty much all almost beat this game. So this is going to be an easy one for us, I think.
Yeah, Freedom
Which
is the only one that has actually beaten it though.
Which is
Got to
good.
get on his level again.
I could,
That is something else.
I could create the challenge of beating it without losing any continues, but we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
It'll be nice to be able to beat this game really quick and then dedicate a lot of time to Baldur's Gate.
There you go.
I will say it was nice to see Freedom struggle with the game.
Yep.
And almost not beat it.
Oh yeah,
Right.
he came close, but
Mm-hmm.
He still did it.
yeah, he still did it.
It was fun though. I definitely enjoyed it.
Do you think you'll play Ages?
Me, absolutely. Absolutely. I'll either play it on my own or one of these days you'll put it on the list, but I'm definitely looking forward to that as well.
Yeah,
See, I'm just not enjoying the game like you guys are.
but you need to get in
What,
there with
Ages?
friends and you'll enjoy
No,
it.
no. Baldur's Gate.
It's
Oh.
definitely better multiplayer. You know, when you're like playing with people, it's a lot more fun. Especially like when you play with someone like Chaos who knows where things are that can help you out in the game, and he'll help you. And he takes his time and helps you loot. And he's a good compadre.
Calanthrin. I'm sorry, how do you pronounce that? It says, I couldn't get into Demon Crest. The pace just doesn't quite suit me.
You know what you would love, Griff?
What's that?
You would love the game that me and Chaos just started. It's all stealth characters.
He was telling me that yesterday. I would probably do better with the game with like a melee class. But I tried something different, and I was
cool.
We need a what is it? We need a monk. You could be our monk, Griff.
Oh, is that Brother Call? Good stuff, man. Also, well, we'll talk after the podcast. Well, you guys saw what I put in the Discord conversation. I kind of figured maybe for next week we can have that put together.
Yeah, see, Way of the Shadow Monk.
Way of the Shadow Monk. That's cool.
That could be you, Griff.
Could be. I don't see what you're talking about.
The 20-second highlight thing that we're supposed, for the next opening video, making more opening videos. Yeah,
we can do that.
Griff, how you liking that citrus cherry over there, man?
Oh, you mean my limited edition Halo Infinite Citrus Cherry Mountain Dew?
nice.
Not sponsored.
But I'm gonna be optimistic here because it doesn't say limited edition on the can. So maybe it'll be forever.
Oh. Somebody told me that all this is Code Red and Livewire.
Together,
And-
really?
And now I'm curious to try it.
I don't taste the oranginess of it. I had a friend describe it as a melted icy.
Valid. Maybe some background music for what, the podcast?
Need to add Narc.
Need to add narc? No, I'm not going to do that.
We need to figure out if we're going to be doing the NES version. I think they came out with a Genesis version, and I have the original Xbox version.
Chaos, I've
darn.
actually made it my personal mission to mention Mountain Dew at least once per stream in hopes that somebody from Pepsi just happens to pop in here and be like, these guys are awesome. Let's give them all the Mountain Dew they can drink. I don't even care if they
I
give me
can
money. They
drink
could just give me
a
free Mountain
lot
Dew.
of Mountain. I don't think they have that much Mountain Dew.
If they gave me free Mountain Dew, I would drink it every week on stream. I would talk about it on the podcast. I'd talk about it. I would be their biggest spokesperson.
We always end up talking about Mountain Dew on my streams all the time.
Me and Griff, have talked about Mountain Dew more times than we talked about video games, probably.
Yeah.
Nice. Maybe some
Also,
background.
I tried the punch. I'm not a huge fan.
Mountain
Mystic
Dew
Punch?
Punch.
Like
It's,
the Mystic Punch,
Matter of fact, I have one right here. Mystic Punch.
passion fruit, right?
I've never had that.
No, that's not passion fruit. That is fruit punch flavor. It's fruit punch.
What if they
Purple.
added a Mountain Dew tap in your home? Oh,
I would be down for that.
gone.
What I need McDonald's Mountain Dew. I need that to be a thing.
That would be sick. McDonald's had the because McDonald's drinks obviously always taste better. And then
Yeah.
Men's
Imagine
Dr.
that
Pepper on that.
crispness of McDonald's Sprite with a Mountain Dew. That'd be great.
Right.
CJ says he mentions Dr. Pepper every stream.
Oh man, yes, Dr. Pepper is great. My girl loves Dr. Pepper.
That is really good.
Honestly, part of the science behind that McDonald's thing is just the width of their straws. You get more carbonation with their thicker straws.
I don't
you
know.
might
I
have to
read
say-
I read an article where they said apparently the actual recipe is altered a little bit because it's authentic McDonald's though. Like I don't know.
It's really just because the storage for their Coke, but everything else comes in the same boxes you
Standard.
get everywhere else.
Okay.
But the Coke they store in like steel steel tanks.
Yeah.
So that might affect the taste of the Coke, but everything else comes in those boxes. It just they serve their CO2 a little colder than other places, and they have a thicker straw.
There you go.
So you might want to just go get one from Mountain Dew and throw a McDonald's straw in it and see how that works out for you, Griff.
I think we have McDonald's straws around here. I'll have to try that.
Nice.
Also, have better than medical grade water purification for their sodas.
They do have a pretty legit water purification.
I did not know that.
Water
Nice.
purification.
Your water purification.
My brother's a pool man.
Technically, we're all water purifications.
I've had that movie stuck in my head ever since you mentioned it in your stream that one night, Griff.
What's that?
In the Army Now.
Oh yeah,
Ecolab
that's such a good
filters.
movie. Andy Dick and Pauly Shore together, man, that was comedic gold.
And David Allen Greer. Don't forget him.
I didn't forget him. He's just not the most important part of the movie.
Are you kidding me? The most I've ever laughed is when he's like, there's a scorpion on my back.
Hmm.
There's nothing on your back. Turn around, there's a giant scorpion on his back.
Oh yeah.
His character in that movie was gold.
7:04, gentlemen.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
got
I think that's going to do it for us.
Unfortunately, guys, we gotta hang it up.
Freedom's got to go to bed,
I gotta eat dinner.
and then you go to bed.
Dinner, then bed. But yes, it was great having everybody here. Absolutely.
Sir, don't forget to hit that like button, guys. It's super important. It helps us grow. More likes is more people, more
Discoverability. Yep.
Yeah.
But it was great seeing everybody. Absolutely.
Sir, as always, 6 o'clock, Eastern Standard Time, right here on YouTube, First Round Showdown. That is it for us. I'll catch you guys later.
Sweet. We're out.
See ya.
Bye.